It's Sunday, it's 8:10, the new weekly has dropped, and we still got our Halloweenish music going. I'm gonna be frank, even though that's not my name. Frogman and jumping is probably the strongest thing to do this week. Has a lot of support. There is a lot of spawning related stuff, which I think does have a chance because of two reasons. One, what the hell did I just do? One, because there's not really any armor, so that's pretty important. And two, tempted, because jump teams are, I think, are strongest, but there's no armor, but there's also a toad, so getting weakness on stronger units and then churning through them with spawners is definitely a thing. Just putting it out there. So let me talk about some of these jumpings and some of these others. There is, in fact, jackalope, doorhead ant, drop bear, brain cramp, tiger bug, spider crab, frogman, most importantly, and emu, I guess if we count that. Cobra or poison dart frogs to be things that you have jump in front and then, you know, whatever you call it there. As well as, so cobra, poison dart frog, but then also, sneakily, something that we tried to do last time I was doing jump stuff with Frogman, which was, there is the fairy dust. So, with the fairy dust, that means that you can scale any unit you want with fairy dust, which is important because there's some pretty good units that you might want to scale with fairy dust. Both of these are going to be pretty good. The only way to feint things in the shop are the pill bugs. There's a couple of combo things maybe to do here or there. I'm not really going to go over them now. I do like a swan. Chance of level, so I'll take that. All of these are pretty good. So yeah, jumping's gonna be pretty good. Some of, I guess, of those stronger units, the one that stood out, that comes to mind, I guess, first is the Nurikabe. Just because... because it gets armor on its own, and that's something we can't get. I would also mention, because there is not armor, again, that it would make sense to then be interested in something like a turtle. Because there is the turtle, so that is one way to get some good armor. That is one way to get some good armor. I guess I'll take this level because it'll give me better stats. Now that is certainly a decision, huh? I mean, I'm not really jumping yet, but I'm also, it's not like I'm mega spawn team or anything. Like, this doesn't really count unless its abilities that are, oh, a thing faints ahead, then it triggers, which doesn't work with the kangaroo. Kangaroo can work with both the spawns and the brain and the jumpers. I did skip doorhead ants that I saw. Toad would definitely be pretty good to start. It triggers twice right now, but I think I'm gonna go like this. I think I'm gonna go like this because I think the cricket's probably leaving if we get something good off of the egg level. Double doorhead ant. They do have a lot of stats. They do have a lot of stats. Okay, we still win though. Nice. Pretty nice. If I tried to list out all of the things that happen with, well, Secretary Bird would have been better with Spawn Team, which would be pretty good with the metal, the armor. I don't think we need this anymore. I think this is the first one I would take out. This works when this trigger happens too, huh? Let's try this. Let's try this. Definitely take you. Very nice. And then the question is, do we have the time to listen to me? This is fairly equivalent-ish to this, I would say. This is nice, because it's likely to hopefully trade with something in the front. It's just, where would we then put the brain cramp? Or would I have to get rid of both of these? If I get rid of both of these, I lose out on one feint trigger. Because one of this would come in like this. This, we still have the same amount of feint triggers. If I bring in the brain cramp, we lose a trigger. So I'm not as excited about that currently. The cherry doesn't make sense. I thought about it for a moment, and I'm like, I don't think that actually makes sense. Could just get rid of the kangaroo too. It's only gonna get 2 attacks. It's not that big of a difference, and then I guess if this dies first and then the ant gives him the buff, then that's better because it'll have armor. That's what I'm gonna convince myself with, at least. I'm gonna still keep myself somewhat open here to both teams. I'm hedging, which could be bad. They got a pretty good Tatzelworm there. That is gonna be tough. Okay, that could have been worse. That's not great, but I do have a pretty big guy. Oh yeah, I got a big guy. I would say that paid off. Now you could get greedy and fried shrimp these guys again. Definitely could do that. You could try to get scaling involved. Certainly. You lose out on a trigger if we do that. +1, +2. I don't think I'm interested enough to do that yet. You know what? I would rather a croissant than a fried shrimp. That is what I would say. I do see the drop bear. Ooh, orangutans, also some nice health. We are in tier 3s, so you know we could see our tier 3s. Just putting that out there. Brussels sprouts perk. Block being pushed or 5 damage once. I mean, this would protect it from a snipe, I guess. Is the idea. The idea we're going with. Not much upgrades to the team there. Not much of an upgrade to the team there. Okay. Their team does not look crazy. I will say that. We did get another melon armor, so that's nice. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Because there is a lot of health scaling, though, I would say that definitely, I don't think I'm interested. Hell. Okay. We sell this. Can't, and then now we can do this. I think we want the slug rather than the turtle. Yeah. Okay, I think that's pretty good. We don't get the trigger immediately from the secretary bird as easily because of the egg guy, but we don't need that. We still spawn a unit. Okay, so spawn versus spawn. They have a sniper, but it doesn't happen until a bit later. Okay. I mean, he's big. He is big. He is a big guy back there. Part of me feels like we're more in the spawn team direction. So I don't necessarily want to just give you this. Because there are the poison dart frog, there's going to be cobras later, there's going to be other things that could do snipes. I think I'll take that off because we could get a banana. I don't actually know where that would work right now. I mean, we could get rid of the brain cramp. It isn't big, to be fair. It's not big. This will give us another unit. Up front. Yes, up front. Yes. 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 This to protect it for now, I guess? Not the most. A little bit more, a little bit conservative. Okay, and then you know what? I'll just get even more spawns. I'll get even more spawns for this thing. Maybe I should be taking a whale shark and then just trying to buy a bunch of things. Could certainly be an option. I think I should not freeze anything because we could get levels potentially or whatever. That's a lot of attacks. That's a lot of attacks going off. A lot of tassel worm snipes. I mean, he's just too big again. He's just too big. This is working. As long as they don't snipe the secretary bird, we're ending with a pretty damn big unit. I think I do want to kind of keep trying this. One of the things to consider changing could be a toad. The other thing is that there is a world where we get a Nurikabe and then just kind of switch that for the ox because it's probably better. One melon armor versus multiple armors, I don't know. The problem with the sushi would be if it hits the beluga. So as nice as that is, I think I'm not doing it. Kind of interested in the toad. A little bit, but you know, you only have so much room. So either it would be like this, so then that way you have more spawn. You lose out on one more spawn, but you get a toad in there. Might be worth it. I'm gonna say it's worth it for now. There's the frogman, but that's not what we're going for. I think we're gonna. Oh, right. Don't feed the beluga. I almost fed that beluga. I almost fed that beluga. I'm gonna do this to maybe protect the snipe a smidge. And I need to keep my eye out on things I might want to give a beluga instead of a slug at some point, if there is anything. I don't think anything here, though. I think the croissant is a nice choice and will pay off some as well. Okay. Not as useful of a weakness, I would say that time. Brussels sprout is gone. That's okay. That was a nice HP. Don't kill the... Yeah, okay, this is fine. This is fine. Still working. Still working. Yeah, feed this, because we can't really feed you. Nothing else here is good enough. Not worth the money to do that, I think. I also don't think, as unfortunate as it would be if this gets sniped, I don't think it's worth the Brussels sprout right now. That would be worth freezing. We would roll until 3 in case we get a secretary bird or a chocolate. I think this is better than the toad right now. That's certainly better than... I mean, I guess the slug smell... This technically is worse than this right now, but as soon as it gets leveled once, it's like way better. In terms of units dying for the secretary bird. As far as damage numbers, it's already better. Could also just get rid of the toad, straight up, which is kind of what I'm leaning towards more, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's also not a good unit to beluga, because you need the Cerberus to be behind, units and such, I think. Okay, so they have a lot more stats than me. I'm not exactly sure how they've done this. I also didn't really catch what the heck happened. But yeah, we're definitely not winning this one. Which is fine. We were due for a loss. They kind of they've clearly had a little bit more going for them, I would say. Could also just put this at the back. Well, maybe you'd have to math it out to really see if that is worth it or not, but I think this makes sense here. Again, don't give it to the beluga. Maybe the pairs are not a good use of money. They feel like a pretty decent use of money, though. I am worried that we might be approaching that point where we're just gonna not be able to make it because people will have been scaling with frogmans. I haven't seen one yet, so that's interesting. That shark is gonna get very large. I'm hoping and thinking that perhaps our melon armor will let us trade, and then we will win the secretary bird war. Okay, the trade still happened. The trade still happened, which is all that mattered. The slug level purchase, maybe not a good idea. Fly, also a good option. I don't think it quite works here. Like, maybe if you like did this, and then, like, if you switch it for the slug, maybe this works somehow. I don't even really want to think about it right now. We don't have the toy anymore either. Okay, chili pepper is a pretty big deal. At the same time, okay, they also have a level 1 fly, which is pretty big. They've ran out of their chili peppers, which is pretty important. Now the bad news here is that, again, we're not gonna kill. Alright. Okay, it's a big fly. I don't know how their fly got so big, but if I level this slug, it's still only 2 summons, but they're slightly bigger. Versus this friend faints summon, so this then summons slug, then that slug dies, and then maybe the pup goes first, and then the pup dies, and then the fly goes in, and then this slug goes, then that dies, then fly. Well, no, because we're not running slug. My head hurts? Okay, hold on. Let's think about that again. So, if the slug was a fly, the beluga dies, but it summons its thing probably before the fly. So, a slug comes out. That slug has its little baby slugs die. Then the Cerberus has higher attack, so that summons. That dies. Then the first fly trigger goes. Then the fly dies. Then the Cerberus dies. Summons monkey and the fly. If the second fly baby goes to the right of the monkey, that dies. Then if monkey dies, then third fly would. I think it's just still better. It was confusing, but I think it's still better. Now, the chocolate here, you could level the beluga to get a slug that's leveled as opposed to level 1. I don't know if that's really worth it. It's just a 4/4 into a whatever. Would have loved to do that before I bought the fly. That would have been nice. Give a little death touch or something. Yeah, so none of that is of interest. We still have 2 health. I think the Cerberus level matters more than the fly. Is that crazy? That might be a little crazy. I also think I'm gonna buff the Cerberus instead of the Ox, because the Ox almost becomes 50-50, I guess. Close. Frogman team incoming. Ooh. I think that messes up my whole fly situation. Okay, this is a pretty jacked kangaroo. This is gonna be a bit of a problem. Yeah. And they had a frogman doing stuff too, huh? That was pretty crazy. Yeah, the chili peppers are what ruined me there a little bit. Obviously also the kangaroo, but interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I could see interest in this now. Give me the extra orca. That seems great. Take this just because. Potentially, yeah, I was about to say potentially should have rolled before buying the banana in case we got a leveled beluga or Cerberus. And now I feel dumb. I'm gonna feel real dumb if we don't win. I'm gonna be real sad, actually. Well, I guess a level 2 worker at the front wouldn't really change much because it just wouldn't spawn anyway, but... Okay. Thankfully, the Secretary Bird did live that. I think we're going to get maximum fly hits this time. That's a fun combo. That's a cute combo. That's... You're evil. How is your Secretary Bird a 716, too? How'd you do that? That's not pairs. Maybe somewhere in between. I don't even remember what was on the rest of their team. Damn! That was a pretty good run. But as I did say... Okay, I did expect it to be the jump teams that then kind of beat me before I got there. Turns out, just other spawn teams that were a little bit sharper. The Falcon does make a lot of sense. That is a cool build. That is a cool build. The problem was like if the melon armor lined up, then there's a chance, you know, things can win, but because of all the spawns, it's very rare that it lines up, it seems. Which is reasonable. So, okay. Not too devastated. That was a good go. But lesson learned. There's definitely some better units to switch to after the... I mean, I knew there was better units to switch to, but it was just, you know, it's hard to let that melon armor go free when there's not much melon armor around, you know? Should be an easy W, as the kids say. I am a little bit surprised at the lack of... Guess I do this. The lack of jump teams. There wasn't any like. There was like maybe 1 or 2 that looked like they were full in, but I wonder if it's just that the spawn teams are too strong early on, so it doesn't. It's harder to stay on the jump train long enough before having to, you know, go a little bit part way one way or the other. You could see that. Uh-huh. You're killing me, Smalls. Alright. We're gonna get one extra attack, one extra attack. I think I might just prefer the camel. Not the camel. Oh, I'm so stupid. Fuck me. I was thinking 2 steps ahead. It's like, I could take this turn to... you know what? The one attack probably does not matter. It did not matter there. It did not matter there. So I feel not as bad. Because it was a 2-1. Actually, it might have been a draw. I take it back. I'm stupid. I think I have to take 1 level now. I really don't want to, but... Jeez. We're gonna have to wait on that, huh? Gonna have to wait on that, huh? This jumps, kangaroo, etc. The only reason I have this frozen is for the brain cramp itself. Maybe it's not even worth buying this. I don't really want to sell this just to, because also just level chances. 8-4 is just nice to have. I think I'm gonna, this is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna do this. It's like definitely not a good move, but I'm just gonna do it. Anyway, what I haven't talked about at all is anything besides the game. I'm gonna be honest, I don't exactly remember what we did on, could've gone better. I don't remember exactly what we did on Wednesday's stream before Woodcarve Wednesday. I'd have to check. But I know Friday, we did a lot of... Ooh. We just do Poison Dart Frog plus the jumpers. Could do Falcon in front of this. You do know the Falcon is quite good. Especially with all these little dinky, dinky dudes running around. Wait a second, do this. Alright, decision made. That makes the decision a lot easier, doesn't it? I don't think there's anything I need to pill that I would be pilling anytime soon. Friday, we did a number of spooky games because the Steam Next Fest is happening, and I looked up specifically spooky games. I don't know what's happening here. The game is just kind of frozen. Good time to talk then, I guess. I don't know how I'm supposed to fix this. I can't even like press the escape button or the escape key on the keyboard to do anything. Oh, I can do that. But I can't do that. Alright, it's thinking. But yeah, did some demos there. That was good. Today's stream on Sunday had a delayed start, but still got one spooky game demo that was really short. And then we spent like 10 minutes on Steam looking through all the Picross games available on Steam because someone joked that I should play Spooky Picross. The name of Spooky Picross did not exist, but there actually was a Halloween-themed Picross game that was free. Hey, there it is. I guess this. And, that was kind of funny. What, what's going on here? Pill a turtle for a melon armor? That's not crazy. Anything else I would really be pilling here? If you were running a shark, I guess you could pill something, but... I guess I'll leave one frozen, but I'm probably not leaving both frozen. Yeah. Yeah. I do see this. I think this would not be the order that we want these things to happen, though, right now. I mean, I can't buy it now anyway, but just throwing it out there. A lot of game stuff, though, going on, as usual. How did that get so much help? Oh, because of the coconut, I see. Oh, that almost killed me. The new Mario Party's out, Mario Party Jamboree. Seems like it's pretty solid. I'm gonna be honest. It's looking pretty solid. You know, you could do a team where you have the Falcon on front. It doesn't really work in the sense of you won't get the spawns from it, but it would allow you to get another jumper. But it probably isn't worth it, I guess. Do I want to put a Brussels sprouts on my Falcon for now? That's something I'm interested in. I don't think so. I'm willing to do this for a potential level type deal, and then I'll just roll more. There's a level. Sure. I don't really know why I have this pill frozen still. Yeah, it looks really good, I would say. Okay, a lot of health, a lot of scaling, a lot of health. Not a lot of attack, though. Not a lot of attack, though. This would be a good build with Secretary Bird, I'll say that. This would be a good Secretary Bird unit. This is virtually a Cricket, but better, I guess. Not that much different, but I guess kind of the same thing. I don't think I'm gonna buy a blueberry. I don't even... I mean, I guess I'll freeze it, fine. What are we looking for? What am I looking for? Oh, a Turtle the Pill, that's right. Turtle the Pill is what we were looking for. I hope I didn't pass one, because I wasn't paying enough attention. I do feel like we have... Uh-oh. That tiger bug is going to be a problem. Well, maybe not. Because their spider maybe messed up what they were hoping to happen. And that actually worked out just so much better for me. That the Kappa died, but their thing didn't. So then I got the big unit, but they didn't. Yeah, I'd say that worked out kind of well. There's the turtle. There is the turtle, huh? This is a bit of a... It feels weird as well because like the kangaroo is the thing that's getting big, so it feels a little weird to do this, but I think for now I will take the toy. I might even still take an orangutan, but I'm not entirely sure. Freeze that. No, I'll probably not take that. Could straight up go back to this, could do slug. I don't really know. It is very much still halfway between things. Like, either dump this and go spawns, or dump this, or, you know, like, dump some of these other things and go for jumping. So it looks like a weird freezing, like, over-freezing, but kind of have to have things play. Yeah, like this person, this is the kind of thing I was expecting to see this week. A lot of this that we just like insta-lose to type stuff. Yeah. I mean, that person has the Dream Frog team. They're gonna go all the way. I would be shocked if they were not able to go all the way. Shark is another interesting reason to go spawn team, I'll say that. So maybe that's just the sign. As good as the drop bear is. I don't know what to do here. I don't know where to put it, basically. Part of me is like, oh, buff this. Part of me is buff this. I think I'd buff this for trying to keep our health up. You son of a... You son of a... And now I'm regretting the chili pepper on the kangaroo as well. So I'm like, now we might want to just replace that with the secretary bird, and... Yeah, they're looking better than me. Well, we did get the bigger Kappa unit again. That's worked out a number of times. There's the bear snipe. Gonna get a spawned unit. I think we have enough to live. We do. Red hot chili peppers. Okay. Okay. Secretary Bird and the Falcon works really well, as we can see, as we have seen. I think I'm still gonna go for it. I'm gonna steal that other user's move because it was really cool when they did it. So I'm just also gonna do it. I think I'm gonna hold off on the chili pepper on the Kappa for now. I think I have to take the level on this. So the Harpy Eagle is just kind of a better Falcon, right? Level 2 copy. So bigger unit from tier 1 3 times versus smaller unit but higher level. So if you got like a turtle, that'd be crazy. Or and we'll stick with the Falcon since we have it. I'm just throwing it out there. Elephant seal scaling, obviously a real thing that matters and happens. Platypus is also fine. I'm gonna try to do this team. It's neat. Not in this weekly, but a spawner. Oh, okay. They probably... Oh, it's been babooning? It's only tier 5, though. How you been? Maybe a bunch of pairs as well? Okay, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good get, to be fair. And we're gonna get another one of these. I mean, this combo is just really good, so... That's just a good combo right there. That's just a good combo. Alright. Let me think about that. I think... The snail is... Or, the slug is nice because it... will only take up one slot when it still respawns things, where something like a platypus will spawn 2 things at once. So you have to worry about your positioning more. It does only spawn 2 things every time, which is still good, but I don't really want to spend chocolate on leveling it, if that makes sense. Which probably looks a little weird, and I don't deny that. But I don't think the spawn units that will come out of the level slug will really make the difference. The only thing that... Yeah, this is bad. The only thing that would make the difference... Okay, that's not as bad as it could have been. That's not as bad as it could have been at all. The only, like, bad aspect of this not being in that way is that if I banana this now, if I banana it, it's kind of like committing, unless I guess you switch the order. But the Kappa has been like really benefiting us where we get the 14-16 and they don't. So I think I'm sticking with this now. And then I forgot what I was talking about. I was saying something about the team composition and things and how the slug level matters and such, but well, I don't really remember anymore. Thinking about the pie and the shark or the secretary bird for sure. I think I would rather just... I don't think I want a banana that. No, I don't think so. I will Brussels sprout. I'm not... I actually... I don't know which one of these is more important. I feel like this one's more important for now. Tomato on the Kappa could be interesting. I do think that this team started up a little bit late. Yeah, I mean, this is just auto loss and Jumpman crap, right? Yeah, I mean, it's just... We're gonna lose this one, and then we're probably gonna lose the next. Well, wait a second. No, we lose this one too. It's kind of close, to be fair. Tomato would have gone pretty sweet, I think, maybe. Actually, no, I don't think it would have, but... Damn. Was hoping for a chocolate or a level or something that would have been maybe more helpful, but... I think we're gonna have the same thing happen the last time. Maybe we win this one, but then even if we do, we don't even get the tomato. Yeah, this cobra's just gonna eat us up. Yeah. Well, I told you it would frickin' happen, and it frickin' happened. Told you it would frickin' happen. Unfortunate, obviously. Almost as fortunate as the splinter that I got on my thumb. That is still not out yet, even though we tried to get it out. It is what it is. Obviously, the thing that stands out here is the stats on the team when the round starts, certainly. Very matchup based. If you face... I'd say those last two teams we lost to, obviously the jump teams were OP. The last team we faced was sort of like a hybrid thing where they had one big unit at the front, the Nurikabe, with the Cobra behind it to then start messing up a spawn team. And then they had a jumper or two as well to go with that. So it wasn't like Frogman jumping, it was random scaling with Baboon plus that stuff, which is certainly effective if you have one big unit at the front that has Chili Pepper that does eat up these type of spawn teams. So something to keep in mind, potentially a reason to... there's no cucumbers, you can't really do that, but maybe that means you have to have an orangutan on, but, you know, it's hard to find the slots for everything. Maybe this is a situation where you can't run like 2 units that are your secretary bird units. Maybe you just need to run another spawner, but I don't think that would have helped in the chili pepper cases necessarily either, so tough calls to make. But we'll give it another go. I mean, it definitely works. We definitely know it works, but just dodging, not quite reaching that 10 wins.